Have you ever wondered why sometimes you say yes almost without thinking? It's as if an invisible force is guiding your decisions. Picture this. You walk into a store, glance at the shelves, and almost instinctively choose a specific product. Or maybe you agree to a colleague's request, even though it wasn't part of your initial plan. What's behind all this? For over 60 years, researchers have been unraveling the fascinating world of persuasion, discovering how we make decisions, and more importantly, what makes us say yes. What have they found? Our minds are like finely tuned machines, constantly searching for shortcuts to save energy. And in a world overloaded with information, these shortcuts have become essential. Today, we're diving deep into 6 universal principles that shape human behavior. And here's the best part. You won't just understand them, you'll learn how to ethically use them to influence others more effectively. Think of these principles as superpowers. They're here to transform the way you connect and communicate, whether at work, in friendships, or even in sales. Are you ready? Let's explore each principle together and unlock the secret science has revealed. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see the world through a completely new lens. Reciprocity, the power of giving first. Imagine this. You're at a restaurant enjoying your meal. When the check arrives, the waiter kindly places a small mint on the tray. It seems like a simple, almost insignificant gesture, doesn't it? But the impact of that small act is far greater than it appears. Researchers have discovered something fascinating about reciprocity. When we're given something, we feel compelled to give back. It's like a natural reflex, a deeply ingrained social rule. At the restaurant, just receiving a mint can increase tips by 3%. 2 mints? Surprisingly, tips jump by 14%. But here's the kicker. If the waiter gives 1 mint, starts to walk away, then turns back and says, "For you wonderful people, here's an extra mint," tips skyrocket by 23%. It's not just about what you give, it's how you give it. Personalizing the gesture and making it unexpected is the secret to activating reciprocity. And this principle applies beyond restaurants. Whether it's a small favor, a thoughtful gift, or even kind words, giving first creates a sense of connection and obligation. Scarcity, the desire for what's limited. You've seen it before. Last chance. Only a few left in stock, or exclusive to the first 100 customers. Suddenly, you feel an urgent need to act. That's no coincidence. This is the principle of scarcity at work. Science tells us that when something is scarce, we perceive it as more valuable. It's almost like our brain hits the panic button, and we feel we must act before it's too late. Take, for example, the Concorde, the legendary supersonic plane. When British Airways announced they'd be discontinuing its service, ticket sales soared the very next day. Why? Nothing about the Concorde changed. It didn't become faster or cheaper, but the idea of losing access to something rare made people want it even more. The takeaway? Highlight what makes your offer unique and what people might miss out on if they don't act now. But remember, authenticity is key. Scarcity only works when it's real. Authority, trusting the experts. Picture yourself in a doctor's office. Diplomas and certificates hang on the wall, signaling the doctor's expertise. Without even realizing it, you feel a sense of trust. This is the power of authority. We're naturally inclined to follow the guidance of credible experts, whether it's a physician, a financial advisor, or even a chef. Research shows that physiotherapists who display their diplomas are more successful in convincing patients to follow their treatment plans. And here's a simple, yet effective trick. Let someone else introduce your credentials. In a study with real estate agents, receptionists who highlighted the agent's experience before transferring calls increased contract signings by 15%. Authority can be signaled through credentials, uniforms, or even testimonials. The key is to be authentic and let your expertise speak for itself. whether through visible accomplishments or trusted third validation. Consistency, the power of small commitments. Imagine this. Someone knocks on your door and asks if you'd place a massive, unsightly sign in your front yard promoting a Drive Safely campaign. Most people would politely decline. But what if, 10 days earlier, you had agreed to put a small sticker in your window supporting the same campaign? Suddenly, the request for the sign doesn't seem so unreasonable. This is the principle of consistency in action. Once we commit to something, even in a small way, we feel compelled to stick to it. In the Drive Safely study, people who initially agreed to display the sticker were 4 times more likely to accept the larger request. Why? Because we like to align our actions with our previous commitments. To apply this principle, start with a small ask. For example, in sales, offer a free trial or ask for a simple action, like signing up for a newsletter. These small steps pave the way for bigger commitments down the line. Liking, why we say yes to people we like. Think about someone you enjoy spending time with. Why do you like them? Is it because they're similar to you? Maybe they've given you genuine compliments? Or perhaps you've collaborated on something meaningful together. This is the principle of liking. We're more likely to say yes to people we like. And this liking is driven by 3 key factors: similarity, compliments, and cooperation. In one negotiation study, participants who shared personal information and found common ground with their counterparts reached agreements 90% of the time, compared to just 55% for those who got straight to business. To build liking, look for shared interests, offer sincere compliments, and work collaboratively toward mutual goals. Authenticity is essential. People can sense when compliments or connections are forced. Consensus, the influence of others. Imagine you're staying at a hotel and see a sign in the bathroom encouraging you to reuse your towels. One sign simply highlights the environmental benefits. Another says, 75% of guests who stayed in this room reused their towels. Which would you respond to more? Studies show that highlighting what others are doing, especially similar others, can significantly influence behavior. The message about 75% of guests in this room increased towel reuse by 33%. Why? Because when we're uncertain, we look to the actions of others for guidance. Whether it's testimonials, customer reviews, or examples of community participation, using consensus effectively means showing honest, relatable behaviors that inspire action. Conclusion: transforming knowledge into power. Now that you know the 6 secrets of persuasion, reciprocity, scarcity, authority, consistency, liking, and consensus, it's time to put them into action. These principles are tools. Used ethically, they can help you communicate better, build stronger relationships, and achieve goals you never thought possible. So which principle resonated with you the most? Have you used any of these strategies without even realizing it? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. And before you go, don't forget to check out the 33 Rules of Persuasion. Master the art of influence and convincing. It's packed with actionable insights to help you refine your skills and truly master the art of persuasion. Find the link in the description. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.